Hello, I'm Mary Roberts, Executive Director of Frank Lloyd Wright's Martin House in Buffalo, New York. Welcome today as we share a Wright virtual visit with our friends from the Frank Lloyd Wright Building Conservancy. We begin our tour today in the rear of the Martin House. As a longtime board member of the Frank Lloyd Wright Building Conservancy, I've come to appreciate the many challenges that stewards and private owners of Frank Lloyd Wright properties face. It is a daunting task to take on the restoration and long-term maintenance of one of these Wright designs. Here at the Martin House, we faced a unique challenge because part of our restoration program was the reconstruction of 3 buildings that had been demolished in the 1960s. You're looking now at a long open-air walkway called a pergola through the gardens that connects to the conservatory and the carriage house. As we undertook plans to reconstruct these buildings, one of the biggest challenges we faced was the right materials and the exact replication of what Wright designed here. While we did have Wright's original drawings, we didn't have the as-built, so there were a few questions. One of the other biggest challenges we faced was the actual material of the Roman brick. Roman brick is a very narrow, elongated, sort of golden tone brick that was used by Wright throughout the Martin estate. And if you were able to look at it very closely, you'd see that there's 4 or 5, maybe even 6 different distinct colors of the brick. Originally, this brick was fired in beehive kilns where the bricks were stacked inside a kiln shaped like a beehive, and it was a coal-fired kiln. And they added coal whenever the temperature got low, and it sort of rose and dropped the temperature, and it created or baked the bricks at very different colors. Nowadays, most bricks are made in a conveyor belt style oven, and the resulting brick is very homogeneous in terms of the color. So to get the exact right blend, the exact right mix, we went to great lengths. We actually went to the source, to the state where the original clay was mined, and used clay from that same region. We found a brick manufacturer that was willing to create not only a custom mold to create the exact shape and dimensionality of the Roman brick, but we also instructed them to fire the bricks at different temperatures, basically creating 3 different batches. The batches were then pre-mixed and pre-palletized so that the mason, when he was setting up the brick and building the buildings, didn't have to choose, so that the color blend was exactly identical to the original construction. Some people might think this is a little bit of a crazy detail, but it's something that was so important to the overall aesthetic of it, and it's something that we're very proud of here at the Martin House. Thank you again for joining us today for today's virtual visit with the Frank Lloyd Wright Building Conservancy. We hope you will join us again soon here at the Martin House.